we're gonna jump into the spotlight of the week, and here it
Oh my
is.
God. I
Wow,
can't
this
wait.
show.
It's called The Teacher. It is currently on Hulu, and it is a series that premiered on FX. It's
Hmm.
10 episodes, I believe 20 minutes each, 20 to 24 minutes each. And I wanted to talk about this show this week because it really took me by surprise. One, how good it is. Second, how well acted it is. And then the third thing is how well it opens the door to have conversations about this topic. This series revolves around Claire, who is a teacher, and she starts to have a sexual relationship with one of her students. And we see throughout the course of the season how it affects her and her life, and then how it ends up affecting him as well, even years later. I really liked how they presented this story, and I feel that Kate Mara's character, who is Claire, she is such a good study because you hate this character. I hated this character from the moment that she
Yeah.
started doing all of the things that she did. And, she basically is the person who causes
Hmm.
everything that happens in Eric's life. And I have to say that I have to give it to the creator and the writers of this show, because this is the first show that I have seen where they don't shy away from showing the man as a victim. It's very interesting to see how the tables turn for Eric and what his life ends up being versus what Claire's life ends up being at the end. The most satisfying thing from this was the ending, because I finally saw Eric say everything that he felt and tell the truth to Claire's face about how their relationship affected him.
Making it all
I
about her.
Yeah, so we definitely recommend the show. It's a great show to see because of the acting, because of how it's executed, and I think it opens the door in a very awesome way to have conversations about this, because I cannot tell you guys how many times we paused it and we were having conversations about this is what
Yes.
Claire is, this is what Eric's going through, this is what he needed. This type of situation is more common that you guys know in schools. Like I was telling John about the case about this woman years ago where she was having sexual relationship with one of her students. She ended up pregnant and she ended up going to jail. And we actually found out that she passed away like a couple of months ago, I think. And
Yeah.
she ended up being married to her student. Like they had kids and everything, a whole life. So I think if it is uncomfortable to watch at times, but I told John that I think I've seen more uncomfortable stuff in Game of Thrones, for example, and worse stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and as a as a male trying to understand what was happening, I was feeling angry. I was feeling very angry because the teacher is something that has that certain power, that authority, that is of a mentor, and taking advantage and manipulating the situation, because at the beginning you can see that she has the power to say no, she has the power to push away, she has the power to educate the kid.
Yeah.
But because, and this is the excuse she was trying to use, but because of her marriage was falling down to shambles,
Falling apart, yeah.
she chose a minor, because that's the thing. He was a minor. He wasn't 18. He was a minor. She chose a minor to sleep with, to fall in love with, and destroy his life. At that point, we're very susceptible to emotions and to nonsense and to not trying to use reason in certain situations that you shouldn't be falling apart in. I understood exactly what was going to happen to the kid, and eventually it did happen to him. He became obsessed because he never felt this way with anybody before. And I'm glad that it was shown from female to men, because it happens, guys. Like, it's not shown
Yeah.
because we're strong and stuff like that, and then we have the body. We
Like
have we're,
people, I think people have this idea and perception that men have to be masculine, they have to be strong, but men also suffer, you know, being victims of sexual abuse, of being manipulated. And I think the show does an excellent job at portraying his perspective and showing, not having any fear of showing the man as the victim in this
Yes.
situation.